Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we are going back to the Champions League, what happened, and I'll be giving you some of the Premiership review and the La Liga. So straight up, I'm going to start with Manchester United in the Champions League. Well, we'll see what happened with the young boys, and it's a bit downcasting for Manchester United for them to lose to young boys. But the fact is that for me, I don't feel Manchester United did not have what it possessed to win the match. But for me, the coach got it all wrong. The tactics was bad. The substitutions was bad. The approach was not good. Because come to think of it, why would you remove Ronaldo? Even removing Ronaldo is okay to some extent. Why are you removing Bruno? So there's a bit of gap for me for the coach because and right now I don't really know like what is the coach thinking most of the times because is plan B don't work for him because I don't think it's technically sound to even have a plan B because you having a red card in that game should give you insight of what you're expecting with a high attacking team like Young Boys and removing the players that could make you add a leverage on your attack is something for me. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Now, when Bissaka was red carded due to the tackle he made, it was not really a tackle, but sometimes if you don't calculate your footings, things like that happens. But for the coach now, after the red card, what do you prefer he does? Like, fine, I'm expecting him to block the midfield and replace the defender, not with the loss of Bruno and Cristiano in that match. It was it was something I don't really enjoy for me because same thing almost happened in the Premiership yesterday where they played West Ham. Like at some point it started sitting deep. They could not get hold of the game again. They lost control, and the only person to move the game was Ronaldo. Anytime he goes to the ball, he moves forward and everything. And for me, he still repeats some kind of lapses. Like why did he have to remove Pogba when you had Fred and McTominay misplacing the ball every time because some of them were not really in the game yesterday. So I prefer you should have removed Fred or McTominay, then allow Pogba to sit back for a for a long ball through the middle and everything. But still, the coach still had to do his thing on his own way. But luckily, individual differences and the player ability still stand for him. We had Lingard coming in and had to score a R2 goal and the gate saving a 9 minutes penalty. So for me, and my question with this Manchester United is that can Ole actually withstand these ambitious boys he has in his team now? If not, if he can't withstand them, can he control the dressing room? If he can't control the dressing room, I think his job is at risk because when you have ambitious players, they really want to win trophies. They want to do things in their own way. They want the teams to succeed. And if you're not succeeding as a team, you can't be a better player as an individual. And before it was only Pogba that was this kind of fighting or pushing through all these challenges. But now you have Varane, you have Cristiano, you have even Bruno. Yeah, like I think that's one thing he hasn't signed his contract. He wants trophy. He wants to win. So now there's a big more there's a big more to this season now without Manchester United squad. Can Ole keep these boys together and can he not lose his job? Because if he doesn't get his status right and the boys feel like he doesn't get his status right, I think this is how he's going to go straight to Barcelona. Barcelona was humiliated by Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and we all know what happened. Bayern Munich actually showed them that they deserve some respect. And this is the sixth time Muller is scoring Barcelona in the Champions League. Come to think of it, will Muller score Barcelona every time they meet? I'll be looking for the second leg to see if he actually carry us with the scoring record. And Lewandowski was super wonderful because it was just the threat in the front. They couldn't control him, they couldn't handle him. The pace and the power was too much for PK. And to some extent, I pity Memphis Depay because he did well. He did what he could do, and he was like the only one in the team before Barcelona could bring in Coutinho, and Coutinho could not even do much. Well, he had his part in the game, and it was really a good game for Bayern Munich. But I'm hoping to see more. I'm hoping to see more fighting spirit back from back in the second leg. Though it's very very difficult because at that time it will be Bayern Munich at home, and you can see what Bayern did this weekend again. Like Lewandowski is just crazy. He's in the top of his form. Even with his age, he's just doing what he knows how to do best. And to the fact that it's not easy. It's not easy at that age. It's just for me, Lewandowski is the world best. For me, this coming world best should be given to Lewandowski. I don't know how you sees it, but if you feel you're not cool with it, just report in the comment section. And then I'm going to Chelsea straight up. Chelsea against Zenit. It was really, really, really a difficult game for Chelsea. But you know one thing about the Chelsea team is that they don't give up. They fight for everything they want. They do things on their own. And they actually escaped through. Thank God for Lukaku's intelligence. He actually stepped deep in the box. The cross came in into in between two defenders, and you know the strength of Lukaku now, you can actually do what you want to do. And Kovacic was superb in that Champions League. So you can actually know Chelsea, like Chelsea is a very, very good team in taking this thing. But one thing I've noticed is like they really, really struggle without Kante. Yeah, like Chelsea really, really, really struggle without Kante. Like, come to think of it, do you see when you see Chelsea playing Tottenham this week, Kante was everywhere doing the dirty work in the midfield, making it easy for the slide of Kovacic and other players to move the ball forward and sitting back to intercept most of the tackles and everything. I think the major play we don't even see much more of Kante, and we give Jorginho the praise. Kante is just super, because I see Kante run down Tottenham, because at the second half the dirty work was super. The dirty work was super. He did the clean job. Then Chelsea started having the flows. The goals started coming in. Thiago and Lukaku didn't get on the score sheet yesterday, surprisingly. Though he was checking out for Timo Werner. I know he should have scored if he was a selfish striker, but he was checking out for Timo Werner. And Chelsea actually win 3-0. Like, I don't know that team is just superb. Like, the mentality is there. You see, when you have that mentality, like Man U, I wouldn't say the mentality is not there, because it is an individual mentality, not a team mentality. The team spirit is for Chelsea, and Man U is an individual mentality. Like we had it now. We saw the game saving a 9 minutes penalty from McNoble. We know McNoble is a penalty scorer, but I think it's what happened in the Europe with England that repeated itself with Rashford and Sancho losing the penalty. That they were just coming in to play the penalty, was the same thing that repeated. And for the girl, this is the first time he has saved a penalty since 2016 April 2016. So it's a good thing for the game, and it was another bad record for McNoble. I think this is the third or fourth penalty McNoble is losing in his career, but I'm going to verify that. But still, on Chelsea, the team is just superb, too strong with Kante, too strong with Kante in the midfield. I think when other teams are supposed to take advantage was when other team was supposed to take advantage was when Kante was outside of the was injured and was outside of the squad. So it was not an easy thing. But straight up, let me just go to Malmo Juve, and this is Juve first convincing win this season without Ronaldo. So Dybala, Morata, and Sandro, they did the scoring. Dybala scored the penalty, and Morata and Sandro scored first and everything. They quite did well in the Champions League, but getting back into the league in the weekend, it was still the same thing, as if the team was not still okay. I don't really know what's going on with the team, but it is fine. But maybe they will improve. They will improve in more of their match. I just think they need to just believe more in themselves, because they still have good players in the team. So I'll go straight to Liverpool AC Milan. This is another good game in the Champions League. Like, Liverpool is crazy. Liverpool is crazy. This is a crazy thing. Like, AC Milan was. I had to change my mentality about AC Milan. They played very well. They were calm. They were composed. Even though they were playing at Anfield, the most noisy stadium in Europe, they were composed. But even with the strength and everything, Liverpool was had to stand up to the challenge. Liverpool fine were super. Arnold and Robertson were wow. They were the magic stick of the Champions League. So one thing about that crazy Liverpool is that they just don't give up at the Champions League. And I love the strength. That's the same thing we see in the league on Saturday. They did very well. They played very well. They won 3-0. Like, this is a team. These are the teams that have the spirit. Like, this is the same thing I'm talking about Chelsea. There's this spirit of, like, we can do it, and that's exactly what Manchester United need. And with this, they need a coach, not just friend. They need a tactical coach. They need a tactical coach. At this point, it's just Liverpool. It's just Liverpool. Where then let me just go to Brugge and PSG. So what a disappointing Champions League debut for Lionel Messi, and the I don't know, even at the weekend Messi was substitute. I don't know what's really going on. Is Messi not settled in this team or something? And for me, I don't really enjoy Neymar the way he plays. He's too childish. And it's only Mbappe that's really moving the job for me. Neymar needs to be serious about this football. There's something called trophy and awards coming behind it. I feel like he doesn't care about those things. He just wants to do the December dance and make people feel he's Neymar about it. Like, he knows Messi wants to play the ball, and sometimes in the Champions League, Messi had to just make a run, or had to come back to the middle to collect the ball for him or something. And Neymar still just do his thing, like, okay, this is what I want to do. He needs to be serious about this football thing and everything. It's a disappointing Champions League for them. They had to draw against Club Brugge. The same thing that happened to Manchester United, but they were fair. They had a draw. Manchester United lost, and In the league against Lyon, it was not really good for Messi. Messi was too sloppy. He was not even in the game. He was subbed, and Icardi had to give them a late winner yesterday. So a lot of things for PSG right now, but it happens. This is football. So I think Pochettino needs to get his game right between the three fourth liner he's using now, because now Di Maria is dropped back to the bench, and now Herrera is playing freely in the midfield. What do you want? Give them target. Let them know they are up to something, because you can't say because they are big players and you allow them to do what they want. You're the one at the receiving end as a coach. So if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I think you're the one that's going to lose your job or get your job affected by what they do on the field. Then we have Man City. Man City Leipzig, which Man City actually won 6-3. It was a good game for Man City. They won, and Guardiola was actually telling his fans like he need them to come out to support them against Southampton. The Southampton match in the weekend was not an easy game for the Manchester City. So they played draw, and I see the reason why Guardiola needs the support of the fans, because he knows Southampton wouldn't be an easy game for him. So he needed the fans to come and cheer the players up. And another team in the Champions League I would like to talk about is this Sheriff FC against Diamond KF. Well, totally I wrote Sheriff off, but I think they started well with a good win. Though they were at home against Diamond KF and they win 2-0. Did you guys see this Sheriff team coming out of the group? And it will be a very good thing. We have a new set of teams in the group stage. Though we have young boys, we have Malmo, we have Leipzig already, and it's a good thing. We have new fresh clubs in the quarterfinal, semi-final, but still we still want the giant, and those we've known because of the football history and everything. So what do you say about this Sheriff team winning their first game? Can they proceed to the next round? Another one is Inter Milan against Real Madrid. Another good game for Real Madrid. Though it's a very difficult one. They have to strive and strive and strive. Or not until they bring in Cavani to that actually bring the assist for them, and Rodrigo to score. The same thing in the league where they were struggling. They were struggling against Valencia, and Cavani has to come in and give the assist, and Vinicius Junior had to do the damage. For me, this is what I have for you today, and I'll be coming back next week to give you more gist. Thank you for watching this video, and please make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.